I bet you'd look pretty good with some eyelashes. Hey everyone, Sin City here. Welcome back to my channel. This is the 4th video, can you believe it? I'm really excited. Now, an interesting part of this video is that this video kind of morphed into something that it wasn't meant to be. Initially, this video was meant to be another Back from the Dead series where I was going to review the Kat Von D Chrysalis palette. The issue is when you're buying old palettes that are no longer on the regular market is that you have to buy them secondhand. Now, you'd say, well, why is that a problem, Sin City? Well, the issue is sometimes when you're buying secondhand, they're not always real. And guess what? I bought a fake Kat Von D Chrysalis palette. How do you know, you may ask? Well, let's take a look. First glance, it looks okay, right? It looks pretty much just like the real palette did. And I'm living for the color scheme, as you can see. It's totally my aesthetic, right? It still looks pretty good. It's got a nice magnetic open close. It feels real. It's nice and heavy. It looks beautiful. It's still got the iridescent shimmer on the front and on the back. So, I mean, when I saw it online and I saw it in the picture, I thought, well, that looks legit. Then I got it in the mail. And you see these shadows. I don't know if you know what the real Kat Von D Chrysalis palette is. I'll definitely post a picture up here so you can see it. The blues, the purples, all of the real shadows are much more vibrant. And when you swatch these, I'm not going to do all the swatches of these. If you guys want me to do a video on this later, I do plan on doing a whole video about real and fakes and all that kind of stuff, because it's a real problem. As you can see, it's a real problem. And honestly, if you had seen the documentary series on Netflix called Broken, you wouldn't even want to put this on your eyes. And I'm definitely not going to put this on my eyes for you guys. But I will swatch them and do a video on this later if you guys are really interested. So what we're going to do today instead is we're just going to do a full face of Kat Von D. I do realize that Kat Von D is a very controversial brand. She did get herself into a little bit of trouble. She did say some things that got a little people upset. She did have an image floating around about her being a Nazi. She did say that she was anti-vax. She did get into a fight with Jeffree Star. She did poke her nose in where maybe it wasn't her place. All that drama. I'm not going to go deep into it. The internet is full of deep explanations about this. That's not what this video is about. But I did want to address the fact that I am aware that she is very controversial. So please don't leave me any hate in my inbox because I'm not here for it. So we're going to be putting foundation, eyeliner, blush-ish, contour-ish, eyeshadow, and highlighter, all from Kat Von D. All right, are we ready? Here we go. Okay, frightened yet? I'm probably a little bit, right? All right, now we're going to go in with the look. So I got a few Kat Von D products here. I have the Kat Von D Alchemist Holographic Palette. And in the pan, all the colors pretty much look the same, but once you go in with the fingers, they swatch different colors. See, that's more of a pink. That's more of an iridescent green. That's more of an iridescent blue. See, they all kind of give a different iridescent shine. There we go, now you can see it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. For the face, for the complexion product, I got the Kat Von D True Portrait Foundation. When I was younger, I used to use the Kat Von D Lockett Foundation, which was really, really good. It's just as I got older, my skin got drier, and it was just a little bit too much. This foundation is supposed to be a little bit more medium coverage, and I got it in the shade Light. So we're going to try that today. I did not have any Kat Von D blush, so instead of blush, we are going to use lipstick in one of her most famous shades, Lolita. I also did not have a contour, so what we're going to use for a contour is from the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, and we are going to use this base shade right here. And this is just called Base. She didn't actually name it, so we're going to use this base shade as a contour here. For the main eyeshadow, well, I already told you that the shadow I planned to use, the Chrysalis palette, was fake, so I'm going to use the Divine palette, which unfortunately a couple of the shadows broke, so I ended up depotting it and putting the rest, what was left, in here, in this handy little magnetic palette. All right, are we ready to start the look? Yes, we are. Let's do it. All right. First, gonna prime the eyes, and I'm gonna squeech on the deal a little bit here because I do not have a Kat Von D primer, so I'm just gonna go with the regular primer Shape Tape that I normally use. Obviously, I'm also going to do my brows today. I have the Kat Von D 24-Hour Super Brow product in the shade Light Brown. I found that this shade was probably the closest to what I would use. A lot of the other darker browns had just too much red for me, I think. So the light brown shade looks like this. Now we're going to start with our eyes. Now these shades from the Divine palette did have names. Unfortunately, I no longer have them. So I will post the palette and the shade names down in the description down below. Okay, so to start off with, I am going to do a base with this white shade here. Just to kind of prime it a little bit more. Then I'm going to go into this soft baby blue shade right here. Right here. And put it right up here on my crease. And it's fairly pigmented, but I'm finding that I do have to keep going back for more quite a bit to really get the color that I want in there. Then I'm going to go in with the Mode BMX 466 brush and go into this black shade here. And I'm going to go deeper into that crease and in the corner of my eye here. Going to go back in that baby blue shade again just to kind of fan that out and blend. Now I'm going to go into this shimmery blue shade, which is what the blue shade was supposed to look like in the Chrysalis palette, if it had not been fake. I'm going to use that same brush that I went into with the black, and I'm just going to tap it on top on the eye here, and then in the corner here. I'm going to go in with that white shade again, but first I'm going to cut my crease just a little bit so that that white shade goes on a little better. I'm going to put a little dot here and a little dot here. And I'm just going to tap, 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 tap to blend that out. Great. How you doing? All right. On with the white shade. Gonna put that right on top. And I like to use my finger just because it's a little bit more precise. I know Pat McGrath likes to use her finger too. That's how she gets a lot of those really crazy looks. She loves to use her finger. And if you use her shades, sometimes you find with her particular formula of eyeshadow, you find that her shadows particularly go on better with the finger. So I'm definitely not the only one that likes to use my finger. Great. All right. Now I'm going to take this blending brush right here and I'm going to go in back into that white shade, and I'm just kind of going to go across the top. Just to make it a little bit more airbrushed. Then I'm going to go into the Alchemist palette, and I'm going to go into the shade Ultraviolet right there in the middle. Right there. Again, I'm going to use my finger. And I'm going to go right over the top. Now, I'm going to go in with this smudge brush here. I'm going to go also into that ultraviolet shade in the middle and bring it on my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go in with that smudge brush again also. And I'm just going to deepen in the crease a little bit, just for a little bit more dramatic. Go back in with that black. There it is. Now for the eyeliner, I have Kat Von D's, well, a sample of it anyway. I have Kat Von D's Tattoo Liner. Sorry guys, I have to go really close. Sorry guys, as you know, I have to go in really close with the liner. Because I am blind. Now say what you want about Kat Von D, but this eyeliner is probably some of the best Sharpie-like eyeliner I have ever used. It doesn't, you don't have to reset it. It glides on. It's very inky. And I get some of my best eyeliner days when I use this eyeliner. Well, look who wants to make an appearance right in my lap. Hello, Bastion. Bastion, say hey, Bastion. Oh, he's way prettier than me. He's also much more photogenic. Look at that. Look at that face. He's also a camera whore like his mommy. On with the show. Okay. I'm going to prime the brows real quick, and then we're going to go do our brows. Looks a little less scary, or maybe more scary at this point. What do you think? I know seeing someone without their eyebrows on can be quite shocking, especially if you're used to seeing them not looking quite so scary. My boyfriend's very nice about it. He doesn't tell me how scary I look without my eyebrows. And I'm using a Morphe blender brush. I found that I like it more than the Beauty Blender because, you know, it's a third of the price. It's only like $6 or $7 as opposed to $20. Well, nip my grits. I didn't grab a blending eyebrow brush. Well, shoot. I'll be right back. All right. We are back to your regularly scheduled program. Again, the brow pomade looks like this. And I've only ever heard good things about it. This is actually my first time ever using it. So we're going to dip in there and see what she's got. Now, I like to start right in the middle of my brow, and I kind of just make a little line, a little spocky line. Sorry guys, another thing I have to go in really, really close for. And I do a line like this, and then I go into the other side and try to match it up, and do a line like this. This is very comparable to Anastasia's brow gel, I'd say. Although I did put a little too much product on it. Little spocky line there. And then I kind of try to make sure I match up where my point is. And this one's a little lower, so I bring it back up. This is not the most precise way to do it, that's for sure. And then I try to go all the way out to where that point is. And then I start to blend down. And sorry guys, this is just an angled liner brush by Bodygraphy Pro. Bodyography Pro. Do the same on the other side. Another thing, make sure that you close the lid on your brow products as soon as you can, because this stuff will dry up fast. I found that out the hard way by losing a whole jar of Anastasia pomade. It was devastating. To blend that out, I like to use any sponge brush. This one happens to be an e.l.f. sponger brush. So you can see that. There you go. And then I start from where I started and blend out in the opposite direction. And this kind of gives you that ombre look that a lot of people really like. You just keep blending it out. And if you need a little bit more product, go a little farther back and then blend it out some more. It just makes it look even more ombre. And bring it back all the way to this line of your eye. You can always come back in and with a very, very light hand, just kind of even it out so that your brows match. Now, remember that contouring shade I showed you? I'm also going to use that just to kind of fill in that part of the brow where the two blending started. So where I started and then blended out, I'm just going to tap this in there just to kind of give it an even more even look. You don't have to use a contour. You can also use a brow powder. That's what I usually use, but since this is full face of Kat Von D, I'm trying to use as many Kat Von D products as I can. Some people use a spoolie for this part, the part that comes on the other side of some of these angled brushes. That's never really worked for me because I have absolutely no hair at all. So it just really doesn't work for me to actually blend that out. So I always use a sponge brush and the tip of my angled brush once the product has come off. And it's just like eyeshadow. You got to blend, blend, blend to make sure that there's no super harsh lines and that your eyebrows match, or at least are close. Okay, to clean up the brows, I'm going to take that same Shape Tape again, the one product that we are using that is definitely not Kat Von D. And I am just going to swipe that very light-handedly across the top. Just to clean up those lines. And then underneath the brow bone, you want to start at the top of the brow, because if you don't and you start down here, you're going to mess up all your eyeshadow. Some people actually do this step first. They do their brows before they do their eyes. And, you know, that actually probably would make sense. I do not use a shade that's that much lighter than my skin tone, just because I don't like having that crazy halo brow look. And I just kind of blend up. Okay, I think that we are ready for foundation. Let's see how she works. I've been really meaning to try this. So I found a new technique because I do have very textured skin that I have to put my foundation on in layers. Otherwise, no matter what foundation I use, it looks caked. So I'm only going to put a few dots on the sponge. Oh, that's really liquidy. Shake it up. Don't get any bad ideas, guys. There we go. Just put a little tiny bit on and then slowly start to put it in spots. Again, this is Kat Von D in the shade Light. And then just pat and blend, pat and blend, pat and blend, pat and blend, pat and blend your life away. Pat and blend, pat and blend. You like my songwriting skills there? As you can see, that's why my songwriting career did not take off. Let's see. That's covering pretty good so far for medium coverage. It is a little chalky in my skin. It might just be because I might have picked the wrong shade. I'm going to go in with the contour. I'm going to go in with the concealer and see if I need to add a little bit more. Oops, got a little blue there. In retrospect, I probably should have done the under eye makeup after I put on my foundation, but we'll clean that up right now. Go back into that ultraviolet shade. And clean that up. Got caught again! This sweater, this shirt, the pins on this shirt keeps on getting caught in the arms, so I'm constantly getting stuck like this. It is a nightmare, but I can't help but wear it because it is so beautiful. The things we sacrifice for beauty, right, folks? All right. I think we are blended. Now, for the contour, again, I do not have a Kat Von D contour, at least not one that is meant for contouring. This is very, very close to something I would use because it is a cooler tone and it doesn't go crazy on my cheeks, but I am going to go very light-handed with it just because I don't know what's going to happen. So just going to tap very, very lightly and let's see what we get. Woo! Hello! Oh my goodness. We are definitely going to have to blend that out. It came on much darker than I expected. It almost looks black on the Beauty Finder. It almost looks black on the Viewfinder. Okay, I'm almost scared to put it on my forehead. But I'm going to do it for you guys. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Hot. Let's hope and pray that this blends out. Pray with me, folks, shall we? Over it. Okay. All right, to try to blend this out, I'm going to use a powder brush. This is Farrah 50F powder brush. Let's hope it blends out. Blend out. Blend out. Blend out. It's not blending out. It's not blending out. Oh my God. I'm just so glad I didn't put it on my chin. Oh my God, can you imagine what that would look like? I think it's getting worse. What is happening in my life? Oh my God. This is why we use real contour, folks. Okay. I think it's getting a little better. Okay. That's a little better. I think that we finally got it. I wiped a little bit of my foundation off on the nose there. Let's cover that little red guy up. Okay, gone. All right. Now, for the blush, I'm going to use one of her more famous shades, Lolita, which is a beautiful lipstick shade. It's a very, very neutral reddish pink. And I'm going to just kind of stick that on the corner there, which, you know, this probably would work okay because, I mean, there's a lot of blushes that are cream formulas. So let's see if this works. I'm going to take this Lisa Frank brush by Glamour Dolls to blend this in. It's working okay, but I think we need a little more. Caught again. See that? Caught again. This is the third time this has happened in this video. Third time! Freedom. Blend, blend, blend. Look at that. It almost looks like I'm actually wearing a real blush shade. Almost. Okay, now we are going to do the lipstick. Let's see, what would look good with this? Let's try the shade Wolf's Mouth. It's a very shimmery purple. Okay, not too bad. Now we are going to go in with the highlight. Highlighter brush, where are thee? Where are thee? Oh, Jesus Christ. Where did my tools go? I swear, they're scared of me. We'll just use a blush brush. I'm going to go in again to this ultraviolet shade here. Tap, tap, tap. Whoa! Went a little heavy-handed there, didn't I? Oh, Christ. Oh, let's not do that again. Whoo! Okay. All right, gotta go back in with the blush. As you can see, guys, makeup is not perfect. It is not an exact science, especially when you're working with new formulas. So you just have to play, not be afraid to make mistakes, whether you're talking or applying makeup. That looks a little better. Okay. All right, now we're going to go in with the Lockett Powder, which is also just a tiny sample that I got of. I was supposed to get more products, but when I ordered it online, they messed up my order. Thanks, Kat Von D. Or Kat Von D and Company. I emailed the customer service. They haven't got back to me yet, but it has only been a few hours, so I guess I can't be too upset. Everybody's human, right? All right, tap, tap. Got it in my hair. That's a good look. It makes me look kind of skunky, doesn't it? What do you think? Should I dye my hair like that? Now the powder actually feels very nice, and my face does feel as tight as a baby's newborn ass, but I have heard that there is a lot of flashback with the Kat Von D powder. I have never actually tested it myself. You can leave in the comments below what you guys think. Or if you had this product and you've had that problem. That did fix the effects of that contour a little bit. Looks a little less crazy. Okay. I think we're going to add one more little accent. I think I'm going to go back into that ultraviolet amethyst shade and just tap it on the center of my lips. And blend out. Just to give that kind of holographic look. All right. We almost have the finished look after I get that powder out of my hair. I'm just going to pop on some lashes. You see, I actually said it right that time, and we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. And here's the lashes. Here's the final look. And in case you were wondering what lashes I did use, I used Cara Beauty, number 48 in black. This is the case that it came in, just in case anybody really wanted to know. And that is it for this video. Is it a little controversial? Yeah, I guess. It just depends on where you are at with the whole Kat Von D thing. I'm with some other YouTubers on the scene where they feel like it's time to live and let live. Everyone deserves a second chance. Everyone deserves a chance to grow themselves, their business, whatever. As long as people seem like they truly change. It's hard to tell because Kat Von D has been very quiet about the whole thing. She did put out that one video where she actually addressed a couple of the issues. She addressed the Nazi issue, and she did explain that that wasn't a real photo. She said that that was from a jealous coworker from her Miami Ink days, and you'd have to watch it. I can post the link to the video down below if you want to decide for yourself. To me, I thought she seemed genuine, but, you know, being genuine is something very easy to fake these days, unfortunately. So you guys decide for yourself. I'm very hesitant to make my own judgments at this point because there's always two sides to every story and it's not my place to butt in. All right, everyone, this was my video. If you like these types of videos, please like and subscribe down below. There will be links to my other videos and I will post a link to that Kat Von D video down below. And stay tuned. Again, please like and subscribe, leave comments, feedback. I love feedback from you guys, even if it's not positive, as long as it's not hateful. We don't do hateful on this channel. I do love to hear you guys' feedback. If there's something you want to see from me, something you want to see me do, please let me know, within reason. All right, guys, love you already, and I'll see you guys next time.